Members, we have reached the appointed time, as Mr. James Toh has yet to arrive, and I'm number 2 in ranking. I'll be chairing the election process now. In accordance with paragraph 6 of the PWSC, or paragraph 6 to paragraph 8A of the Public Works Subcommittee procedure, we're now going to elect Chairman and Deputy Chairman of the PWSC for the term 2012-2013. We need nominations. A nomination must be made by at least one member and seconded by another member. And only when the nominated member accepts the nomination will the nomination be valid. Any nomination? I nominate Mr. Kam-lam. Mr. Tam Yu Chung seconds the nomination. I accept the nomination. Okay. Since, well, we have to get another one to chair the election process. Ms. Emily Lau, please take the chair for the election of Deputy Chairman or for the other nominations. All right, do we have another nomination? Dr. Kenneth Chan, I nominate Mr. Alan Leung. Mr. Sid-Ho seconds the nomination. Do you accept the nomination, Mr. Leung? Yes, I do. Do we have another nomination? If not, I'll invite the clerk to distribute the ballot papers. And also the chop. Mr. Chan is number 1. Mr. Leung is number 2. Mr. Ma Fong-kwok, are you a member of this subcommittee? Yes. So, Ms. Emily Lau, are you chairing the meeting? Mr. Kam-lam, please take your seat down there. This seat is for Deputy Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Ma Fong-kwok. We have to follow the rules. There's a reason why some seats are placed here. And I'm only sitting here because of the rules. All right, we are now giving out the ballot papers and the chop. Members, what should I read out? The clerk asked me to read out the whole thing, otherwise it would be ruled out of order. Where do I begin? Here. Each nominee shall be assigned a nominee number according to the order of their nominations made during the election. Members shall mark on a ballot paper using a chalk with a tick in the box opposite the nominee number of his choice. So number 1 is Mr. Kam-lam, number 2 is Mr. Alan Leung. Since this is a secret ballot, please do not show the ballot paper to another member. Members shall fold the ballot paper.
Well,
in the past, we were asked to write names, but when at the time I was elected chairman of the FC, there was a request to check the handwriting. All right, all done. Have I missed anything? Nothing. All right, can we now collect the ballot papers? Number 1 is Mr. Chan, number 2 Mr. Leung. Will the Secretariat staff please collect the ballot papers?
好啦，我哋而家咧就係投完票。
All right. Voting is now over. I would like to ask the two nominators to come out as monitors. Ms. Kwok. Mr. Yip Kwok Him. So you are going to count the votes. But at 2:40, there will be an AJLS panel meeting. So I think by 2:40, many members will leave the meeting room. All right, let's do it quickly.
Yeah, 盡快啦，秘書。1號。
Please do it quickly. Number 1, number 2, number 2, number 1, 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 number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 2, number 1, and we need to count the number of ballot papers.
OK， 好啦，各位議員，投票結果呢
Members, here's the voting result. Mr. Chen Kam-lam received 19 votes, Mr. Alan Leung 9 votes, so I declare Mr. Chen Kam-lam elected chairman.
Hậu 多謝大家嘅支持嚇。
Thank you for your support. So we have to elect a deputy chairman of the PWSC now. We need a nominator, seconded by at least another member, and also when accepted, the nomination will be valid. Do we have any nomination? Mr. Gary Chan, I nominate Dr. Low Wai Kwok. Seconder, Mr. Abraham Shak. Dr. Low, do you accept the nomination? Do we have another nomination? Dr. Kenneth Chan, I nominate Mr. Alan Leung. Any seconder? Ms. Abby Lau. Do you accept the nomination, Mr. Leung? I do. All right, please distribute the ballot papers and chops to members.
因為一陣間你40分嘅時候要去啲咩嘛，好嘛？係咯。
阿莫乃光想做咧，咁你要俾個機會佢嘛，真係。
Do we have another nomination, Mr. Charles Moore?
Well,
in the order of nomination received, we have assigned nominee numbers. Number 1 is Dr. Low Wai Kwok. Number 2, Mr. Alan Leung. Please vote according to the numbers assigned. All right, if there's no question, we can now collect the ballot papers. I will now invite the two nominators to come out and serve as monitors, Mr. Gary Chan and Dr. Kenneth Chan.
Number 1. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 1. 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 Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Number 1. Number 2. Number 1. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 2. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. So we'll count the votes again.
Subcommittee. 我哋秘書數。
Alright, our secretary has counted the number of votes again, and Dr. Low got 19 votes and Mr. Alan Leong got 9. I declare that Mr. Low has been elected. There's no other agenda item, but then I'll work out with the secretary as to our meeting schedule, and I'll be circulating the meeting schedule to you in due course. For the next meeting, tentatively, it's been scheduled for the 28th of November, 8:30. Alright, meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.